Hey there, homeschool reading community. Welcome to this Facebook Live video all about digital curriculum options. I'm so excited to be here with you today. I love using digital curriculum in our homeschool, and so I want to share some of the tips and tricks that I've learned, especially for organizing it and printing it, because I feel like those are two of the most common challenges when it comes to digital curriculum. And so I just wanted to share some things that have worked for my family and hopefully help you along the way as well. So today we're going to be talking all about digital curriculum, and I'm going to pull up really quick. I'm using a different program today because I'm going to share my screen. I have a really cool freebie that I made for you that I'm excited to share, and I'm going to be trying some technology stuff. So I'm going to pull this up just so that I can make sure that everything's working. Looks good. All right, so we're going to talk today about digital curriculum options. And I want to start by just talking about why you might want to consider digital curriculum for your homeschool if you haven't used it before or if you aren't sure about it. There are a few really big advantages for choosing a curriculum that's digital. And the first one, and I think the biggest one for my family, is that you can use it over and over again with each child without needing to rebuy a new copy. So once you purchase the digital curriculum once, most of them will allow you unlimited use for as many kids as you have in your homeschool, and you can just continue to use it. So you can print a copy to use with your oldest, and then if you need to, print another copy to use with additional kids, and each child can have their own new printed copy, and you only have to purchase it one time. So that is really awesome and a huge bonus. It makes it really affordable, especially for families that tend to buy curriculum every year or for every child. And it can be a really, really great benefit of using digital curriculum. All right, so another really great thing about it is that it doesn't take up space on your bookshelf. If I could turn my camera that way right now, you would see 2.5 giant floor-to-ceiling bookshelves full of homeschool curriculum. I absolutely love homeschool curriculum, and I get lots. I always look for different options, and I love having lots of options to choose from. And if you are like me, then you know that the storage challenge is real and the dilemma is real. So it can be really, really helpful to have some digital options as well, just because they don't take up that physical storage space in your house. And we're going to be talking today about digital storage options for homeschool curriculum. And I'm going to be sharing a tool that I had no idea existed until I started my online business and people were using it for business. And I was like, wait a minute, homeschool parents can totally use this for homeschool too. So I'm really excited to show you this tool where you can actually save your homeschool curriculum inside of it. It's very cool. And then another thing that's really great about digital curriculum is that a lot of times it can be more of a hybrid option. And a lot of digital curriculums will include not only the printed resources, but also videos or other kinds of digital resources that can be really helpful. So this is something that I am in the process of adding to the Reading Better Together curriculum. I ran a poll in the group a few weeks ago and asked what kind of features you'd like to see added to the curriculum. And one thing that a lot of people said was that they wanted to see video lessons included in the curriculum. And so I'm really excited that the first set of video lessons is done. And these are the lessons for introducing the letter sounds. So in the curriculum, there is a whole set of lessons where I'm actually introducing each of the letter sounds and teaching you how to say it. And they work great either for homeschool parents to be able to watch the video and learn how to say the sound before teaching it to their child, or you can actually just watch it alongside of your child and you can learn with them. So either way, these are super fun and a really great resource. And a lot of times digital curriculums will include things like that. There are lots of different reasons to consider a hybrid or curriculum and a digital curriculum, one that has those options. And so I was just saying that in Reading Better Together with those sound videos, I made little QR codes. So you can scan the QR code for the lesson and it'll take you directly to the sound video if you're using the printed version. Or if you are online looking at the curriculum hub, you can find all the videos organized there as well. Okay, so the two things that I wanted to really talk about today and dive into with digital curriculum was how to store it and how to print it. Because I feel like as a homeschool parent, those are the two biggest challenges that I face that can sometimes prevent me from wanting a digital curriculum. And you can let me know in the chat too if storing and printing are challenges in your house as well. So with the storage, the trick is just keeping everything organized and remembering what you have and then remembering to use it. And so my two tricks for this one are either to find a curriculum that has an online hub or to create a storage solution yourself. So I want to show you really quickly what I mean by online hub, and then I'm going to show you this storage solution that I created for you that I'm really excited about. So I'm going to go ahead and try to share my screen here. Let's see. Let's do that one. Okay, so hopefully you can see this is the online hub for Reading Better Together. And this is what I mean when I say a curriculum is organized. So this is all of the lessons and stories and everything in Reading Better Together. And as soon as you purchase the curriculum, you get instant access to this hub. And it's got everything in here. All of the videos are in here. All of the bonuses are in here. You can scroll down and you can see all of the different things that are in here. There's like Q&A bonuses and all sorts of other stuff in here, lessons and stories. And then you can click on any of these individual things here. Let's see, and you can get access to the downloads in an organized spot. So if your curriculum has a hub like this, that's really awesome because that can be a really great way just to keep all of your stuff organized and know what you've got. If you do not have a curriculum like this, then it can be really helpful to make some sort of a spreadsheet for yourself. And this can also be really helpful if you are organizing all of the free resources that you have, maybe downloads from a bundle that you got, or downloads from different people's emails that come. I know there are lots of really great free resources that can plug in at different points. This resource is from a program called Airtable, and Airtable is a spreadsheet program kind of on steroids. So in the description of this video, I put a link to where you can grab this exact table that I'm using here, and you can download this and make a copy for yourself to be able to use to store your own free homeschool resources. So that link is in the description of the video. If you find hopefully above or below or wherever it is where you're watching it, you can click on that link and get access to this space. You will need to sign up for an account with Airtable in order to use it. Airtable is a program that has a free version and a paid version. You definitely can do everything that you need to do with this program using the free version. You do not need to buy the paid version in order to do this. So this is a free resource that you can use. I run a whole bunch of the stuff organizing my business, my homeschool, and my personal home management things out of Airtable, all using the free version, and I have not upgraded. So there's no reason to need to do that. But you would have to create a little account there. And then from there, you can add in all of your free resources. So I'm going to give you a minute to click on that and try it, and you can let me know. Hopefully this is going to work for you. So when you get into this base, it should look like this. And the very first thing that you need to do is click copy base. So right up here at the top, there's a little button that says copy base, and you're going to want to click that because it's going to take you from sort of the master template version, and it's going to make you your own copy of this spreadsheet that you can then edit for yourself. So I'm going to go ahead and click copy base, and it's going to take me hopefully to a new copy. And then we can just put it, I have a lot of things in here. Okay, so here is the base. Okay, and then this is sort of like a spreadsheet in that each of these rows here is going to be a record of a different curriculum. So I put one in here as a start so that you could see how to use it. And then you can add all of your own things just by clicking this little plus right here to create a new record or add a new curriculum. So we're going to go ahead and start with the first one. And each of these, you can look at it bigger by clicking just to the left of the resource name. It'll bring up this little blue box with the arrows, and you can click on expand product space, and it will take you to this little card that it makes for each of the records. And here is where you can add in all of the information about each of the free curriculum resources or products or whatever it is that you're putting in here. So there's a space to type the name up here of whatever it is called. You can put a URL here, and this will link if you click on it. So if it's a resource that has a digital hub, you can link to the digital hub right there on that spot, and you can remember that. And then here is my favorite part of all of Airtable. It says save files here. So if you have a PDF that you downloaded from somewhere or some sort of a printable that you have been saving on your computer in some random file somewhere, you can move all of those into this spreadsheet and you can store them along with the title of the resource and the link and all of the information right here in an organized table. So it says drop files here or browse. So what you can do is you can actually just pull a file and put it in here, and it will save a copy of the file inside of the spreadsheet. So I'm just going to grab, this is one that I made for the Reading Better Together curriculum people that I just gave them today. It's not actually the Reading Better Together starter kit. You can get that for free if you want to by going to this URL in the thing. But I'm just going to pull this one in here because I have it. So when you put that in there, it will actually save the PDF of the thing in there. And then you can, this little download button down here, you can click that and re-download it to your computer when you're ready to use it. So that's really cool. There's a little box for notes here, so you can type which child you would use this with, or maybe if it's a holiday resource, you can say like, use at Christmas, or like whatever idea you had about what you think that would be really great for can go right there. You can also like add a little description of the resource. You can put where you got it from, what grade levels, and then you can totally customize this too. So one thing that you could do is if you wanted to tag them with a child's name, you could make a new field. And there's all different kinds of fields that you can choose from down here. I'm going to do this one, which is called multiple select. And then what you can do is you can put each of your child's names in here. So let's see, I'm going to just use some sample names, oldest child, another child, one more child. So you can put everybody's name in here. And then you could change their colors if you wanted it to be something different for different kids, and click save. And then you could use this little plus button right here to tag which kids were going to use this resource. And then you can sort the whole thing by that. So, or you could do this with subjects. So there's lots of different ways that you can use this. And as soon as you copy the base in the top left at the beginning, you will have the option to be able to edit it and include whatever kind of resources that you want. Okay. So that is just one curriculum. And then you can hit the little plus right here to add a new thing. So when we hit plus, it will create a new row here. And then again, we can push the little arrows to expand the row, and it'll give us a blank record where we can type in all of those same things. And again, we can save the curriculum in there. Jennifer says, oh, I love that. Yes, I know this has been, I don't know where this was all my life, but this has been such a great way for me to stay organized. And I think especially for all of those little PDFs that I download from like Pinterest things or from other people's emails, or just like those little one-off things that I find different places, this has been a lifesaver to really be able to keep all of those things organized. And I love that it's free, and I love that you can save the individual resources in there as well. So that is Airtable. You can grab the spreadsheet that I just used, the exact one from the description of the video. If you scroll up, you can click on that link and it will take you there to be able to get a copy of that and to be able to use it for your homeschool as well and for storing your own resources. So let's talk quickly about printing, because I think that that is the other challenge that comes with these digital resources, because there are some, like what we were talking about, what Elizabeth was talking about earlier, there are some that are just better as hard copies, right? And especially when you're teaching your child to read, I think there's a lot of value in actually having something printed to be able to hand to your child. So if you print lots of curriculum at home, can you type in the chat and let us know what kind of printer you use, what you have, how you do do it. I need to do a little bit more research in this because I send a lot of my printing to a print store, which I'm going to talk about in just a second. But I have heard great things, and I know people that have used both the Epson the Epson EcoTank printer and as well the HP Instant Ink program. So those are two different things to Google if you are going to be doing a lot of printing in your homeschool: Epson EcoTank or HP Instant Ink program, those two. And then you can get a laminator or like those little binding things. Those are actually not very expensive. And so if you're going to be doing a lot of printing at home, that can be super helpful to have as well. I wanted to quickly share the resource that I use, which is actually a company where you can send your files and they will print it. Okay, so here is what I do, and I want to share again my screen. And this is, let's see, here we go. Okay, so this is the site that I use when I want to send something away to get printed. And this is the Homeschool Printing Company. They don't know I'm doing this. I don't get like kickbacks from them or anything. I just like them personally and have had really good luck with them. And this is a website where you can go and send your stuff to get printed. So I like them because I've done a lot of research to see like prices, comparison shopping at different places, and they seem to be consistently the most affordable option. And I've ordered from them several times and the quality has been really good. So you can get an estimate for your stuff. So if you click over here on get an estimate, it will show you, you can type in like how many pages your thing is and how many copies you need, and it'll give you some pricing quotes so that you have an idea of kind of what you're looking at. And then you can order just different stuff to be printed. So I really like this particular company. I know that there are others that do homeschool printing, and of course there's like local print shops and stuff that you can go to as well that a lot of times can be really good. But I think that this is a really good option for homeschool families that maybe don't have a printer or don't have time to print or don't want to deal with the printing of the resources as well. One thing to know about this one is that sometimes when it's like a peak time for homeschool curriculum, they will get busy. Right now it says our current turnaround time for orders is about 1 to 2 weeks, but I've waited a lot longer just depending on the time of year and how busy it is. So you want to kind of plan ahead if you're doing something like that. Callie says hard copy HQ is also a great one for homeschool printing, price-wise especially. Ooh, I have not heard of them. I'm going to look them up after this. Thank you, Callie. Awesome. Let's see. Elizabeth says, oh, okay, so this is about HP Instant Ink. Elizabeth says, we love it. We currently have 8300 series, not sure exactly the exact one. You get to choose which package, and if you don't use all of your pages, then they roll over. And if you aren't printing as much as you were, so I print more at the beginning of the year than the end of the year, so I can change my monthly package depending on usage. Yeah, awesome. Thank you. So with the HP Instant Ink, it's like a monthly subscription. So you pay a monthly fee, and then you get to print so many pages per month. And it sounds like from what Elizabeth is saying that it's really flexible and you can change it depending on what time of year it is and how much you use. But in general, if you are printing a lot, it's a lot cheaper than buying the cartridges, and you don't have to worry about like, is the cartridge going to run out? And then do I have to get a replacement? Like they handle all of that for you. Okay, so I just wanted to quickly show you this with the Homeschool Printing Company. I just recently had new copies of the Reading Better Together curriculum made for myself, and so I wanted to show you what it looked like when it came back. This is the lessons, and I just had them bound into a spiral coil thing here, and they put like a little clear sheet. I don't know if you can see that or not. Hopefully you can, but they put like a little clear sheet in the front. So that was pretty cool the way that turned out. And then they also did the books as well. So I sent the book files to them for the readers. And I didn't have them do any kind of like hole punching or spiral binding or anything for those, but they came back in these like stacks like this. So this is all of the stories from the first month of the curriculum. And it came kind of just like in a sheet, in a stack like this, in a plastic bag. And so then what I did was I just took from the stack here. This is hard to do without a table, but I just took from the stack here and grabbed Each of the stories is 4 sheets of paper. So I just grabbed like the first 4 sheets of paper and folded them. And then I had the story. And then I did that again for the second one. Let's see here, 4 sheets of paper off the top, 1, 2, 3, 4, fold, and I made the story. So this is a really great option, I think, just for if you want your stuff printed, but you don't have a printer or you don't want to print it yourself, that can be a really great way to go as well. Okay, so next week I will be back here in the Facebook group again at 3. I think that it said 3:30 today, so I'm sorry for that if you missed it. They're always at 3, and I will make sure that it is correct next week. I'm not exactly sure quite yet what the topic is going to be, but I will figure that out in just a few minutes and send you an invite. If you ever have something that you would like me to talk about during these Wednesday workshops, feel free to leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to hear more about. Or you're also welcome to send me an email at any point, sarah@homeschoolingforhim.com. And I would love to talk about some ideas or some questions that you have as well. So I'm not seeing any more comments or questions right now, so I'm going to go ahead and end. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your week, and I will see you next week. Okay, bye. I hope you enjoyed this video, which was recorded live in the Homeschool Reading Community Group. This is a free Facebook group where I share tips and advice about homeschooling and teaching reading. You'll also find community with other homeschool moms like you, plus freebies, giveaways, parties, and more. I would love for you to join us over at the Homeschool Reading Community. Make sure that you check out the link in the description of this video for all the details.